In this example, we are going to compare two linear functions. In this case, we have student A's exam session represented on this graph and student B's exam session represented on this table. And if we look a little closer, we see that we're measuring the number of math problems remaining on an exam on our dependent axis, and our independent axis is measuring time spent testing in minutes. And you'll see that is also true for the table. Let's locate the y-intercept on both representations. We see the y-intercept is at 0, 180 for student A, and we can identify the y-intercept from the table by locating when x is 0, and see that the y-intercept is also 0, 180 for student B. If we want to compare those and explain what they mean in this situation, it simply means that both students started with 180 questions. Now let's calculate the rate of change for each function. Let's look at student A first. I'm going to find 2 points that are easily identifiable from the graph, and you can either use slope formula or rise over run here. I'm going to go ahead and use rise over run, but I'm going to pay careful attention to the scale. I see that the rise is down 60 or negative 60 for every 30 minutes spent testing, so over 30. Negative 60 over 30 is negative 2, so student A's rate of change for their exam session is negative 2. The rate of change for student B's exam session, I am going to find using the slope formula. So I'm going to do y2 minus y1, or 120 minus 180, over x2 minus x1, or 20 minus 0. This simplifies to negative 60 over 20, or negative 3. So the rate of change for student B's testing session is negative 3. We want to know who completed less problems per minute. This means that student A is completing the exam at a rate of 2 problems per minute, and student B is completing the exam at a rate of 3 problems per minute. So less problems per minute would be student A. They're working a little slower. Next, we will look at the x-intercepts of both of these situations. Let's identify student A's from the graph. We see that it is at 0.90. The x-intercept from student B's exam session function is at 0.60, which we can find where the y value is 0. And we want to know who spent less time testing. Well, we can see that student A took 90 minutes to complete the exam, and student B took 60 minutes to complete the exam. So who spent less time testing? Student B did. They did not need as many minutes to complete their exam.